Hi cakers! Today I'm making a rainbow dash cake. So many of you have been leaving comments on our videos letting us know different kind of cake ideas that you would love to see us create. Number one on that list has been My Little Pony. So today I'm using some gorgeous buttercream rainbow ruffles to make our favourite rainbow dash. So the first thing I did to prep for this cake was of course to go and get myself the dash. I've also gone ahead and baked 3 cakes. I have an 8-inch and a 7-inch that are both cut to 2 inches high. And then I have a little 5-inch cake and I've just blunted the top edge off. I want to keep a fair bit of height on that one because it's only a little cake anyway. I've got an 8-inch cake plate as well as a 10-inch round cake board to place the finished cake onto. Then I have all my beautiful buttercream colours. I'm making this using our sweet buttercream recipe and I coloured all of these using AmeriColor gels. Now, as per usual, I have in the description box a full list of how much buttercream you're going to need and exactly what colours I used. I also have a couple of spatulas, a bread knife as well as a little steak knife, lots and lots of 104 piping tips as well as couplers. You know it was going to be a 104. And then I also have some disposable piping bags. The last thing I have is just some round cookie cutters, and I've got those so that I can cut out a little bit of the cake to fit her legs in there. Okay, press it down as far as you can go, give a little wriggle, and then you can cut it out. And that's why I like to leave a little bit of Glad wrap here, just so that it can catch all the crumbs. Okay, then on our little one, we're going to have to cut it from both the top and the bottom. So make sure that you really have it in the middle. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of my blue to attach the cake to its board. And then I'm going to do this layer in blue and the next layer in yellow. So I made sure that I made a little bit more of those colours. Just go around there to make sure that you don't have a whole pile of icing going in, because otherwise you won't fit her legs anymore. Grab your next cake and just make sure that you really have the hole going all the way through. Then we add our yellow. And then lastly, we put our little 5-inch round on. And just start to shave it down. And then you want to go ahead and pop this into the fridge for about 15 minutes. And then once the cake is nice and chilled, you can go ahead and apply your crumb coat. I'm going to be using the blue so that it really ties in with our rainbow dash. And then pop this again into the fridge for another 10 to 15 minutes. So now that she's out of the fridge, I want to go ahead and mark out with a ruler exactly how high I want each of my ruffles to be. So I've measured her and she's about 220 millimeters. So we're going to want to put a mark at about 36 millimeters and work our way up. So after I add my rainbow dash to its board, and then I've got all of my gorgeous rainbow colours in piping bags with the 104 piping tips attached. We can go ahead and take our purple, and we want to make sure that the biggest part of the tip is pressed against her and the skinniest part is out, and that way our ruffles will look more delicate. We want to have it pull down on a slight angle, press it against and just go up and down. Now starting in a slightly different spot, we're going to do the same thing again. And do a third row. Stop if you need to, readjust your piping bag, and just keep going. Taking our blue, again making sure the biggest part is against and we're leaning down a little bit. We want to go ahead and start on our first blue row. Now our green. And our last colour. Now switching to a number 17 tip, which is a little star tip. I'm going to go ahead and pipe a little bit of a bodice on her. And then I'm going to let it set up in the fridge until the icing gets nice and firm before we take down those gorgeous locks. I absolutely love how she turned out. I was hanging out to make this cake. So many of you have been requesting to see a My Little Pony cake, and so of course I had to do my favorite, Rainbow Dash. I really love doing ruffles with buttercream. You guys know that. I've done it in a couple of different tutorials with different size tips, but I've gone for the good old 104 this time, and I think it turned out really, really magical and perfect.